Okay, so we've got our project open now, so we need to start going through it. We need to see what kind of shape the data's in, the subject information. Be sure we have complete data. Maybe there's some corrections we need to make, that sort of thing. So we're going to get it set up for the automated composites. So first thing I want to look at is the data fields that I'm currently using or that are present in this project. Our first name and last name, grade, teacher, those will all be used on the composite. Student ID will not. Position, that's something that I have set up specifically for allowing me to do some filtering and sorting, that sort of thing. So that won't be used on the composite. And then school name and year. So that I need to add that information for everybody. And so let's go ahead and scroll on through here. And the data looks pretty complete. All the students are in pretty good shape. And keep in mind, this project is also optimized for the demonstration purposes for this video. But let's see what the staff images and subjects are like. So I've got a principal that I'll need to get on every single composite, plus the administrator. So those two subjects will be ranked numerically, and they will not be included in any groups. Then I've got teachers, and I've got a couple of assistants. So that means I'll have an A and a B position to take care of on my composites, and that'll leave the students needing to be ranked as C's so that they fall appropriately, because we have a couple other assistants too. So we'll rank the students C, the assistants as a B, the teachers as an A, and then we have a 1 and a 2 ranking for our two administrators. So I think the first thing that we need to do is we need to build and set up the groups first. So the way we do that is we go to the project setup and reports, and check the group project button. And we're going to base our groups for this particular project off of the teacher field. You might find that you have teacher or homeroom, whichever one gets them down into their classroom groups. Use that. Hit continue, and here it shows me these are all the teacher names that will be used to build the groups with. So I'll click save, and my group setup is done. So I can come into my group wizard now and see that Ann Finch's class, Becky Flowers, David Musgrave, and so on. Okay, so all that's been taken care of. Remember that I have this student data here that I can do some sorting with. And if I come down here to the teachers, I have staff data within that position field that I can sort with. So now that we've got the group set up, we need to add the rank field so that we can actually position the subjects how we want them to fall within the different composites. So I need to add a field, and that field is going to be rank. And we'll select that, and it'll be added to the project. And I'm going to go ahead and slip that up towards the top here because it's just easier for me to see visually, how I'm ranking things. Easier for me to be a little bit more accurate in that. So I know I have all these students that I need to rank with a C. So I'm going to make my job easy, and I'm going to use that position field with the student value in it to filter down to just the students. So I'm going to do that by selecting the position field and contains text, and just type in student. And now I've just got the students in here. I can go from end to end and see that. Select them all, and I'm going to use the edit field value, and I'm going to go ahead and the rank field, I'm going to add a C for all the students. Okay, so that's done. So let's go ahead and change this now to staff. Now we have all the staff. Now keep in mind, in the staff we have teachers and teachers and assistants. So there aren't that many assistants. I don't want to do all that filtering for all that stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and filter using rank. I'm going to give them all an A. and then just go through it selectively and change the assistants to B's, which is not very hard to do because there just aren't that many in this particular project. And I can always fix it later if I miss something. But I think I've got that. So let's go ahead and click on Show All. So I've got my students ranked, my staff ranked. The only thing left to do is to rank the 2 administrators. And remember, they're not part of a group. So one thing that sets them apart from everything else at this point in time is there is nothing in their rank value. So I'm going to go ahead and select the field rank, and option is blank. Hit apply, and there's the 2 people I have yet to rank. So my administrator is going to be ranked as a 1, and the actual principal will be a 2, so that they fall in the appropriate positions. So back to Show All. Now I need to get them sorted visually, how they're going to appear on the composite. So the way you do that is the sorting that you have available for the project. The sort for this is always going to be group name, level 2 is going to be rank, and level 3 will be last name. And I'm going to apply that sort. So now you can see I've got my 2 administrators up front, and then I've got my A and C, and so on. So let's go ahead and go into the group wizard and look through the different groups to see where we are. So Ann Finch's class, she's ranked as an A, and there are 13 images in this particular group. Remember, there's 2 outstanding images that are going to be applied to this composite that aren't part of this group, so that will make their group at 15. Okay, Becky Flowers, her group is 19, so with the added 2, that'll be 21. And we can just kind of work through there. And here's a situation where we have a teacher and an assistant. So you can see the teacher is an A, the assistant's a B, and the students are C's. So a real simple way that we can get everybody ranked appropriately. So the ranking's done, and most of the data requirements are done. The last thing I need to do is I need to go ahead and enter the school name and the year. And that's a real simple process to do. I'm going to select all of the images because all of the images go to the same school and the same year applies to all of them. So I'm going to select school name and go ahead and type in that information. Okay, and then go ahead and do the year field as 2014, 2015, and all of my data requirements for a very simple composite workflow have been done. So I'm ready now to move on to the next step of actually placing the order for the composites themselves.